Hey everyone, welcome. So today we are jumping right into the completely unfiltered reality behind a huge internet milestone, Isha's 1 million subscriber party. We constantly see these polished, perfectly aesthetic event vlogs online, right? Well, today in this explainer, we're using Isha's own candid confessions to look at the exact anatomy of content creation chaos. We're going to see what the pressure to perform actually looks like when the cameras are rolling. Okay, let's dive right into this. Have you ever felt just completely awkward at your own party? Like you're the guest of honor, all eyes are supposedly on you, but somehow you just feel entirely out of place. It's the worst. This whole expectation versus reality dynamic is actually the central theme of today's explainer. As you'll see, Isha perfectly documents how a dream milestone can seriously, quickly turn into a total comedy of errors. Section 1. Welcome to the party, the grand entrance. So the celebration starts off looking absolutely perfect. This is basically the expectation phase. As you can see here, Isha enters flawlessly, she's showing off her look, and she's immediately greeted with all these beautiful bouquets and really cute, thoughtful gifts that everyone brought specifically for her. I mean, honestly, if you only saw the photos, you'd think this was the most triumphant milestone party ever thrown. But as we know, maintaining that flawless aesthetic is way harder than it looks. Which brings us to Section 2, the dance floor dilemma, when the vibe misses. Now, what's really interesting about this timeline here is how rapidly things start falling apart the moment she actually hits the dance floor. Right at minute 1, her enthusiasm is so high that she literally starts dancing before the music even plays. But then, bam, reality check. The camera isn't even recording. So she suddenly stops, awkwardly claims the song just isn't good, and demands a track change, literally just to buy time. Then, of course, come the props. She tries to use a fire gun, but it completely fails to go off. And then when it finally does work, instead of looking super cool, it just causes immediate panic. Let's jump to Section 3, the fire gun crisis, seeking backup. This whole prop situation is absolutely the true climax of the party's chaos. So after that initial mechanical failure, the fire gun suddenly just springs to life. But instead of feeling like some superstar DJ, Isha actually admits she was intensely terrified of it, like so scared she couldn't even vocalize it. So what do you do when you're terrified by your own party props? Well, you immediately call for backup, right? She quickly flagged down her mom and Arian, basically begging them to stay close because she was so scared of getting hurt. I mean, the irony of needing physical protection from your own celebratory party favors is just incredible. And really, this crucial point is captured perfectly in Isha's own words. She said, "I was dancing all alone. I didn't know what to do because no one was calling me to dance at my own party." Wow. Despite the million subscribers and, the giant mountain of bouquets, the ultimate reality of the night was Isha just standing around feeling completely isolated. It really highlights that strange disconnect that happens at these highly produced influencer events. You can literally be the center of attention, the reason everyone is there, and yet feel entirely alone. Let's wrap this up with Section 4, capturing the perfect moment, securing the aesthetic. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate life of a content creator. On one hand, looking at this comparison, you have the chaotic reality, right? The awkward solo dancing, the terrifying fire gun, the forced stalling for the cameras. But against all of that stands the final goal. Through all the chaos, that core content creator instinct just kicks right back in. Isha mentions that she finally just stood by the decorations and thankfully managed to get that one perfect video. The aesthetic was secured, completely hiding the messy, chaotic reality it actually took to get there. Which naturally leads us to her final promise to her viewers. I will show you the rest of the things later in the next video. I mean, it is the absolute perfect cliffhanger. If the dancing and the props were this much of a disaster, what other behind-the-scenes chaos is hiding in that next upload? But more importantly, it really makes you think. The next time you're scrolling past a perfectly polished party post online, ask yourself, what hilarious, awkward reality is actually happening just off camera? Keep that in mind next time you're scrolling, and hey, thanks for joining me for this explainer.